Greetings all. This is another Squigio video for you. I have a few tips regarding Sam Broadcaster for those that still use it. Things that I found very, very helpful. Number one, if you go to File, Config, Crossfading, turn them shits off. Right now, Snakey's playing Bohemian Rhapsody. With this set, Bohemian Rhapsody cuts off before the end. You don't want that. Crossfade should be at auto detect already. I do take this crossfade detection and turn it down. I think it's maybe at -6 by default. I changed it to -24. And I found this do not crossfade thing doesn't really matter either way or the other. So there's that screen. Another thing that I'm not a huge fan of is how Sam mixes the audio quality. So if you go to Audio Mixer Pipeline and you go to AGC, these settings right here, this will probably be like that, and I don't remember if that's on or not, but I do bypass all. And the only problem with that will be if you have some really low songs, you'll have to manually boost them up with your sliders. But the crunchy compression that it puts on, which makes things sound kind of muddy and staticky, those things go away. Some of you have also expressed that you get that echo, and I don't mean DJ echo. You get that echo, that delay when you talk on air, and it's really annoying and it's in your ear and stuff. You can, right here on the Audio Mixer Pipeline, all you need to do is just change the voice FX destination to encoders. It's probably on Mixer or sound device. That makes it so that it goes both to the stream and to your ears. Encoder sends it just to the stream. Now, if you've made all these changes, make sure to do File, Save Configuration, because if you close the thing too early or something crashes, you'll lose all those. You'll have to come back to this video and do it again. Here's the last thing I love to do. There's a little thing called clock wheels. So if you are a particularly lazy person, like I can be, you don't want to do a whole show and you don't want to have to pick all the stuff from the show, right? So I have pre-populated my playlist here with a few different things. Now I'm going to go ahead and add one additional thing to it, and then we're going to configure the clock wheel. So if I click on playlist and I do new, we're going to do I don't know. And then I'm going to add a directory to it because I have a certain directory that has all my I don't know files. That's called unchecked. Boom. You can decide whether you wanted to pick up stuff in subdirectories or not down here. I've got some other crap in there that I don't want to feed in, so I'm just going to not include subdirectories in my case. Your case may be different. Hit OK. It's going to do that fun scanning of the files, which sometimes takes a while. When the scan is done, it will populate with all the songs you just scanned. And as you click each of these, you can see what's in them. You can clear them, remove them. I think there's a duplicate removal in there as well. So now I've got my different categories. So now I go to File, Config, Playlist Rotation Rules. And this is something you should definitely do if you are letting this pick. Set some rules to where it's not going to play from the same album. These are the ones that I find the best. My shows are only 2 hours. If you have a 3-hour show, maybe you want to change that to 180 or leave it as 120. You play, twice in the same thing. You never want to play the same title, the same track. So really set those high, then go to your config. Now your config probably has something like all or music or something that's kind of non-descriptive. I've previously set up some categories in here with some of those other ones I showed. I'm going to go ahead and add the category that I just made, which was called I don't know. It's important here to do enforce playlist rotation rules. That'll make sure it doesn't put the artist in too many times, that sort of stuff. Your best bet is to also set this to random. What I found happens is when you do weighted, eventually it cycles back through your playlist and it'll put the songs in it all in the same order. So if you do the random plus the enforced playlist rotation rules, that will ensure that you don't have a lot of repetition. And now this guy's added to the bottom. So I can utilize him immediately by changing to auto DJ mode, obviously connecting to the stream and starting. You can also, a neat little thing is go back into your config, and in the playlist rotation rules, pick a number. We'll go 5. You won't see this because I have stuff in my queue right now, but when this has got 14 tracks currently, so when it gets down to just 5 tracks, it'll drop a 5th track on the end based on that clock wheel. And then you can use that as a preview. You can be like, yeah, I don't want to play that song. You delete it, it'll replace it with the next song. And the way it's going to do it is, back to the config, the first song's going to be for my musical poo. The second one's going to be a classic rock song. Third is pop. Fourth is rock. Fifth is vinyl. 80s, 90s, oldies, I don't know. It's going to randomize them in that order. So obviously, if you get like a chunk of rock, pop, and vinyl that you don't like and you delete them out, it'll go Squiggo's musical poo, classic rock, and then it'll go down to the 80s, so you won't get stuff from that category that first time. Obviously, if you keep deleting stuff, letting it add stuff back in for you, that'll do it for you. And again, make sure after all of that, hit save configuration so you don't lose it.